Ahoy music lovers, vinyl enthusiasts, and everyone in between. My name is Isaac, this is The Blind Island, and today I'm going through part 3 of April's vinyl finds. This is going to be a nice, quick video, only a few things. I really thought that I had finished with part 2, but a couple things arrived in the mail, and I found a couple of things when I was out visiting a friend, so I thought I'd just share it right now, get it knocked out of the way, have a little something to share. So let's get started with the used stuff first and then the contemporary. So we'll start off with Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman. This is the original mono pressing on the Atlantic label. This is a classic soul ballad record, and you know, for fans of anyone who really likes Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, you're really going to find a lot to enjoy here. Not someone who's really talked about a lot. This song is huge, but Percy Sledge as an artist, I don't believe gets the kudos that he definitely deserves. So really good album, and found this one for $4. Really great price, so cool to have in the collection. Next is another to add to my ever-growing CTI collection, and that is Stanley Turner's Cherry. This is great jazz funk. Stanley Turner's amazing saxophone is paired with Milt Jackson on the vibraphone. Some really solid cuts of jazz funk here. This is a classic released on the CTI label, and lots of heavy hitters also are with them on here. I want to make sure that I have the right personnel. And I believe we have Bill Cobham on drums, Ron Carter, who was kind of the main bass man for the CTI label, Bob James on the electric piano, and he doesn't have a lot to do with the arrangements here. His electric piano really fits in well with a lot of the choices. And on guitar, Cornell Dupree. Not very familiar with him, but the guitar work on here is spectacular as well. So very good record, and one that I'm very happy to have in the collection. And this one finally arrived in the mail, and that is The Temptations' All Directions. This is a classic slab of funk music. Norman Whitfield at his height. It's not my favorite of the Norman Whitfield records. That would go between either Masterpiece or Psychedelic Shack, but it definitely is right up there. 1990 also is a better record to me, but Papa Was a Rolling Stone is such a fantastic track. So if you get this album for no other reason than to listen to that, I highly recommend it. And then on to the contemporary releases. This one is actually a reissue of a very difficult record to find. I was listening to Spotify, found this one while it came up in the recommended section. My wife continued to play it because she thought it was fantastic, and I have to agree. It's Ted Lucas's self-titled record, usually known as the Ohm record. It's really a beautiful folk album. Has a lot of hints of where folk music would go in the 2000s and 2010s. When you listen to this album, it sounds like an Iron and Wine Bon Iver record cut 30-40 years ago. Very cool. It was the only real release by this artist. He was never concerned about fame. He only wanted to make music, and it's a really great album. This is the 2018 remaster, and I highly recommend anybody who wants to give this one a listen to check it out. I will include a little snippet of it so you can get a taste of what it sounds like.
It is so nice to get stoned and take a load off of my weary mind. It is so nice to get stoned.
Next, I have another album from one of my favorite labels, Funk Night Records, Kanako. This is a release from a group, I believe, from Russia. and they are just bringing it hot with some really thick Afro-infused funk beat, and I just love this record. There's a lot going on here, some hip-hop infused elements as well. The track Bonophonics really hits home for me. I'm going to also include another little snippet of what this sounds like, because to me, this is one of the best albums of 2020 that I never heard. Next, I have the Black Angels' Phosphine Dream. I really enjoy this album. I think that this might be my favorite Black Angels release. I have been wanting a copy of this for a while, and a local record store finally restocked them. This is an original 2010 release, and I am just loving everything about this record. Really, really great neo-psych. If you're looking for something that's dark, sludgy, doomy, this is a great place to go. Highly recommended. And then finally, I have an album by a group that just came out with this record this year, and that would be Mute Swan, Only Ever. Lots of elements in here that remind me a lot of My Bloody Valentine and shoegaze, dream pop. I think that this is a record that would really be great for fans of that style of music. And I'm going to also include a little snippet. So a person that really reminds me of who would enjoy this is the Omaha Introvert. If you watch her videos, then this would really be up your alley. So give this one a listen and see what you think. Guys, those were the vinyl finds for April. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I hope that you have a great day on your own personal oasis. Cheers.